Hey folks, Paul Skinner here for my 21st show. It's good to be back week after week. I hope I got some pretty good material to dish out today. I want to end the show with a song and with a crazy monologue that I thought of, or actually took off the iPhone. My first bit is about Miami cops. The typical Miami cop is like 100 pounds overweight, and he just hangs around and says, "Fuck Miami Vice. Where's my Maserati?" You know, so that's one of them. Let's see. Going to the next bit. Oh, okay. I was on a date with one Jennifer Sparks, and I told her, I seem to rant and rave about, acting, creative writing, martial arts. I told her, sometimes I seem to bore girls to death. She says, "It's understandable, Paul. I've only known you 5 minutes. I don't want you dead." So, but anyway, let's see. Oh, I'm a classically trained piano player, and I was slated I have nothing against gays or anything like that, but I was slated to play at a gay bar called the Greasy Pole. And I accepted the offer, and I was playing my thing. And after the gig, which was after 2 hours, I made $1,000, and all the men in the bar did a wave towards me. It was like, "Hey, Paul!" But anyway, so now I got the 6 symptoms of being dead. Loss of interest in activities that were once pleasurable. Loss of sex drive. Poor appetite, inability to stand upright, giving everyone the silent treatment. UPTV just generally being a pain in the ass to be around, and so that's my symptoms of being dead. No fun. But here's some going to a side bit or whatever. These are famous sayings by the famous philosophers. Wasn't it Shakespeare that said, "Who farted?" And wasn't it Plato that said, "Do what you want to with the girl, but just leave me out of it"? And wasn't it, let's see, that's Socrates. Plato. Was it Socrates that said, let me see, what did he say? Oh, okay. Now, wasn't it Socrates that said, this was also, I remember watching an adult film a long time ago, and this is maybe adult film also Socrates saying, "Put the gum over there on a nightstand, it'll retain its flavor." So anyway. But anyway, speaking a little bit on adult films, I know I've touched on it. I read one that was just boring as hell. It was a British porn title called "The British Are Blowing." Well, UPT, evidently they weren't. Here's the typical line, Hans to Lillian. "Do you want to have sex tonight, Lillian?" Lillian line, "Well, I'd rather not." But I just tell you, if they turn tea time into BJ time, I'd beat Mario England and the Jiffy. They are UPTV. But here's a little bit to get away from comedy, like a commentary type, not really a commentary, but just a saying, kind of like, he said, she said that it couldn't be done. I had to run away from the pun. I had to set myself apart from the negative people that I seemed to draw. All the agony of being around negative people and situations. It was like I was trapped in a rampant circle of stupidity. So I had to try my best to be around positive things and uplifting people. I'm, let's see, almost had it. And uplifting people that didn't drain my energy. I'm still looking for that elusive tranquility. So that got a little bit away from the the comedy that I do. Let's see. I think I got one more before I go into the song and the script. Okay, they say that every woman has a fantasy, and my fantasy of me being my alias Herb is to be in that woman's fantasy while she's having the fantasy. But anyway, so, but now I'll do some high cues. There once was this man from Nantucket. It took him forever to suck it. Oh, fuck it. And there once was this man from Bangkok. He was always constantly mocked because he was such a stupid fuck. Maybe I have one more high cue. Well, that's my haikus. Now, I think I will dive in head first to see. I've done about three or four songs. This is another song. You can probably tell I'm a Guns N' Roses fan. I grew up with them in the '80s. This is called November Rain, which you probably heard of. Da, 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 da. When I look into your eyes, I can see a love restrained. Darling, when I hold you, don't you know I feel the same? Nothing lasts forever, and we both know hearts can change. And it's hard to hold a candle in the cold November rain. Been here such a long, long time, just trying to kill the pain. Oh, yeah. Love it always coming, love it always going. No one's really sure to let it go away, walking away. You could take the time to lay it on the line. I could rest my head just knowing that you are mine, all mine. If you want to love me, then darling, don't refrain. Walkers end up running in the cold November rain. Do you need some time on your own? Do you need some time all alone? Everybody needs some time on their own. Don't you know you need some time all alone? Da, 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 da. And when your fear subside you and the shadows still remain, yeah, I know that you can love me, 'cause there's no one left to blame. And when the stars subside you and shadows still remain, shadows still remain, we'll be walking in the cold November rain. Da, da. Da, 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 da. Don't you know that you need somebody? Don't you know that you need someone? Everybody needs somebody. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Don't you know that you need somebody? Don't you know that you need someone? Everybody needs somebody. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Don't you know that you need somebody? Don't you know that you need someone? So I did good on November Rain. Now this is my last bit. This is really kind of one of the crazier monologues that I've done. But I could try to see my vocal range on this and see. Okay, here it goes. Of that, there's no doubt. And it's the writing of Teresa. Come now, calm, very calm. Now I'm beginning to see clearly, but at first I felt a wave of blood immense, without end, which suddenly mounted to my head and broke in red foam at my eyes, and all red, even in red foam at my eyes, all red. Even Maria, poor Maria, she ran always terrified. She said I struck her. I couldn't have. Christ, to strike a child. My child, no, not children. And not any child. Now, to think and out quietly, I must know many things. If it was only one, but there was so many, and they mingled, they twined in and out. They tangle themselves, they writhe knots that dark, upcoming, gleaming network of flattened heads and cold bodies. Whack coils and uncoils itself. No, not this. My thoughts are running wild, and it's not what I should be thinking about. It's because the abyss, I know it's very calm, and I don't want to go near it. Not so soon. It's better not so soon. Ah, my head. Now it's lead. Now fire. Now dark, black. Ah, to have a dead-filled and overflowing with ideas. So vile. No. Out. Quiet. Manner making a gesture as if throwing ideas from him. What? Am I not a man? Am I a coward? A miserable, ridiculous thing, straight. In this world, the honorable man looks straight at a loyal friend, straight at a traitor, straight at a good and evil, at Satan and at God. Ah, to think of this. This envelope, it was for this letter. Now it's said, now the question asked, impossible? It's Teresa, it's not impossible. When there's a being as miserable as I who thinks such infamy, there must be a woman who could do it. If you carry corruption in the mind, soon it flows silently into the heart. Yes, that I'm crazy, it would be better than way, but there's no reason for darkening the mind. No reason for darkening the mind. Oh, well, it fits. It's trying to fit anyway. Oh, good. Just like the ring on the hand of a wife. As dishonor mates with betrayal. Now, to crush it as it was Jawan. If this were a wild madness of mine, what a horrible profanation. It would deserve to be true. But if it's true, what do they deserve for being vile and I for being a fool? What does the universe deserve for creative such creatures. Ah, now they're coming, well, help me if pretend to my heart. So for once in life that you're the heart of a man, that you know how to deceive. Gigantic peals of laughter and ridicule sound well in my throat. So that's the end of the monologue. As you could tell, that's one of the, I think that's my third one, that's been really offbeat and stuff. So that's the end of my varied 21st show. I, of course, would always like to thank Jason Leggett and Khalib. And thank you so much for watching my show. And I'll try to keep things lively and varied the best I can. And no new lines this week. I bid you adieu.